Alright, hello, and welcome back. Hello there, Neon, how's it going? Alright, let's see, when I left off, I was actually at the wrong tree earlier. It's actually this one, over here in the... next to, the salesman there. So I can grab the tape here. The hawthorn tree on Rue de Saint-Ghislain. Bronze-colored ribbons of magnetic tape are caught in its branches, fluttering in the breeze. Oh, I'm doing okay. Nothing's new. Like the song earlier. That's... just like promised, you've stood here for what seems like aeons, guzzling the sticky fumes of the lorries and carriages. Piss off, nature, punch the tree. A good hawthorn, pat the tree. Interfacing a challenging 72% disentangle the tape. +1, the multi-tool is truly multi. Piss off, nature. We're Minecraft now. Harry the Tree Puncher. The hawthorn tree is not an inanimate object. It's a living thing. The thunk against the bark echoes with discontent. Physical instrument. At first, the destructive urge felt exhilarating, as if it added something to your persona. But the feeling swiftly receded, leaving you with a sad emptiness. The gnarled hawthorn tree on Rue de Saint-Ghislain. A wintry breeze blows by, making the magnetic tape flutter. Good hawthorn, pat the tree. The hurt feelings of the tree are not alleviated by this sudden display of care and emotion. You manipulative bastard. No. The younger stems and branches are adorned with sharp thorns that scratch your hand. Pain threshold. Oh, whatever, this barely registers as damage. Inland Empire. It was a retaliation for your earlier assault. The trees. Are they plotting something? My god, nature is plotting an uprising against us. Oh no, it's what's that one movie called? With Marky Mark? It's The Happening or something? Where the trees like emit like a gas that makes everyone kill themselves. My god, nature's plotting an uprising. What the fuck, tree? Alright, tree, you got me. Fair and square. We're even for now.
Yes, one day grass will grow over our cities, and so on. Very poetic. Better not to dwell on it, what with murder to solve and all.
The tree looks by, in silence, no doubt plotting its next move against humanity. The bronze-colored tape twists around its branches. Success. Interfacing, with slow and deliberate motions, pulling, bending, and unraveling, you manage to extract the magnetic tape from the branches. Let's see, a bundle of magnetic tape. It curls up into a mess inside of your pocket. If only you could find a way to re-spool it, so that you could hear what's on the tape.
What's the tape for?
The lieutenant looks at the mess in your hands. Only after you successfully cleaned up the branches does the curiosity get him. It's for Egghead. I promised to make his Van Eyck's jam hit a bit harder. Maybe this tape can help.
How? It's broken and unspooled. Do you think your new buddy knows how to fix it?
I'd think at least one of the ravers would know how to fix a broken tape if they want to set up a nightclub. I'm not sure, but I'll find out. Maybe Egghead can point me in the right direction.
You could also get it fixed at the pawn shop across the street. We shouldn't waste our time.
He points to his wristwatch, a little impatiently. Interfacing. Good idea. He might have the tools. The tape projector in the pawn shop uses similar tape. Pain threshold. Bent metal, broken glass, your path lies strewn with the broken forms of everyday objects. Oh, hello there, Knight. How's it going? Welcome. You are the Destroyer, the bane of inanimate matter. Gaze upon me, stuff and despair. No, I'm just a disempowered individual trying to take my disempowerment out on everyday objects. Yeah, I rip shit apart. Thought gained anti-object task force. Kudos.
Hello, hello. Let me know if I can help you with anything.
Let's see. Hey, do you know how to fix this? Show him the bundle of magnetic tape.
You mean re-spool it? Yeah, I do, but...
Great. Could you do it, please? This is important. I need to be able to play this tape for someone.
But I'm not some Mr. Fix-It. I'm a pawnbroker. If you want to pawn the tape, sure. Although it looks pretty... worthless.
Suggestion. Just explain why you need this so much. He's bound to understand. Wait, but you tinker with film tapes all the time. Isn't that the same? Worthless. It's not worthless, Roy. This could be the next big thing for the local dance and music scene. Maybe you can help me in another way then.
Huh? What do you mean?
He slowly taps his fingers on the counter. Do you know that old church down the coast?
Yes. What about it?
I helped some young ravers turn this place into a nightclub. And they play those weird beats there. Which they call anotic music.
Is it any good? The music, I mean.
No, that's the thing. You can't believe how unbelievably thin the beat is. There's nothing to it. No bass. It just goes bazoot, bazoot, bazoot. But the tape could make it hardcore.
Man, you're really invested in this.
He looks at the bundle of tape in front of him. It shimmers under the shop's dazzling light show.
Okay, I'll help you out. It's going to take a moment, though, so just sit back and relax.
You take some time to look around the store. The play of visuals all around the pawn shop is mesmerizing. Suddenly, Roy turns back to you with the reel of tape in his hand and coughs. Look at the clock. Wait. This took more than just a few moments. That was at least 15 minutes. Well, thanks for the help. Proceed. Take the repaired tape.
My pleasure. I'll do what I can for true passion projects. Just try not to use this tape for negative photon emissions. Take responsibility. Okay.
There we go. I just remembered I didn't, I haven't looked at all the stuff in the pawn shop here. So let's do that real quick. See, I think that's the boombox. I think I already did that, yeah. It's a sawn-off streetlight. A typical Martinez streetlight sits among the assorted floor and table lamps. Let your gaze run over the streetlight. The light pole has been carefully cut, and the wiring has been redone and attached to a standard indoor plug. The light buzzes faintly, but persistently. Conceptualization. This would make quite a statement in your living room. Is that a streetlight?
Yes, officer. As you see, it's in perfect working order.
Where did you get this?
It was brought to me to be altered.
We are not here to investigate the theft of city property.
He leans in so the pawnbroker doesn't hear him.
You have to admit it's rather clever what he's done with it.
He pauses, studying the light. How much for the streetlight?
700 real. A bargain, I dare say.
Half-light, a bargain? No, it's not. He's trying to sweet-talk you into buying trash. Are you out of your mind? There's one just like that on every corner. Even taking into account the risk of obtaining the light, that seems a bit steep. 700 sounds about right. I imagined it wasn't easy sawing off that street lamp.
There's also the matter of rewiring, but the most important transformation is the light's placement among ordinary indoor fixtures, which has adjusted its morphological field. The light became suitable for use inside the home just a few days ago.
700 real. Which I don't even think you can get $700 in the game. Maybe there's some way you can, but that's... Pretty sure I've gotten most of the money that's, like, obtainable other than, like, begging Joyce for, like, I think she gives you, like, $100-something. Oh yeah, I already looked at that, the t-shirt. And then, is that, what else is there? It's just this cabinet, I think? Yeah, I think that's it. Knick-knack stand. You see rows of toy soldiers guarding the rest of the trinkets displayed on the table. Some on horseback, others in rags, others yet in bright blue uniforms. All are stern and unyielding in their duty. Inland Empire. I try to find something pretty and cool here, then use it to win her back. Win her back? Yes, buy something nice, a figurine. Volition. This sounds off. You shouldn't trust this guy. Inspect the knights on horseback. Big men on big horses clad in lamellar armor and carrying flintlocks. The kind that would mow down a line of enemy soldiers in the blink of an eye. Point at the knights on horseback. Who are they?
Franco-Nigerian knights. I used to be very serious about these guys.
He looks at the dusty figurines in the dim light. A long, long time ago. Inspect the blue uniforms. They're not all blue. These figurines also wear gold coats and capes, complemented by orange trousers. They are variously posed, wielding swords and rifles with bayonets. Wait, this looks like René, the old guy who was playing pétanque.
This is what the loyalists looked like, yes, at first. Then they wised up and got camouflage.
Point to the blue figurines. Are these royalist soldiers?
Which ones? Ah, those. Yes, they are. I find the paint job a bit gaudy, but children like the bright colours indiscriminately.
Inspect the figurines in rags. This set of soldiers isn't meant to look impressive. A few have rifles, but most of them carry pistols. Some even shovels and tall sticks. Point to the figures in rags. Are these even soldiers?
You're probably talking about the revolutionaries, yes? Yes, they are soldiers, revolutionary soldiers. I think their poverty has been exaggerated for effect. When you place them next to the royalists, it doesn't seem like they could possibly win.
It's meant to give people hope. Even we can do it. The contrast is meant to be disheartening, as it ought to be. It's impossible to win against the cohorts of capital. Ask my friend Gart, whose a bitch it made me. I wish it was more nuanced. As it stands, I cannot comment.
I don't like either set very much, to be honest. But there are many parents among my customers.
Inland Empire. He seems to have his own take on the conflict played out in perpetuity by these toys. Might be interesting to find out what it is. Let's see, interfacing 97%. Dig up a truly cool figurine in the box under the table. +2 dress code, extreme performance. Interfacing. What's this? A headless man riding a horse. A headless man wearing futuristic tracksuit trousers that say foul. What is this? Show it to the shopkeep.
Oh, that's the Headless Phone Rider.
Who?
The Headless Phone Rider. It's an urban legend about a man who rides the streets of Revachol sporting a fawn tracksuit. As you see, he's missing his head.
He points at the decapitated figurine.
50 cents. Bargain price. I'll throw in the tiny cap too. I think he's looking for it, or something. That part of the story has many interpretations.
As he purchased the headless Fallon Rider and his cap.
Did I mention that this figurine is supposed to be lucky? Always carry it with you.
He grins. Suggestion. That was a very smooth salesman's grin that almost comes off as earnest. You should learn from him. And we got the plastic headless Fallon Rider sits atop his equally plastic bull, his posture indicating either desperation or pride. Comes as a set with the infamous Fallon cap for which he lost his head. The head is not included. And then the reel of magnetic tape, a bronze-colored tape found in the branches of a hawthorn tree, has been reconstructed into a usable reel of magnetic tape. It's pretty fragile and in an odd format which doesn't fit into any portable tape players. Nevertheless, Egghead will be stoked. Let's see. Oh yeah, I got a thought thing too. Oh, anti-object task force. -2 pain threshold hurts. Take a look at your hands. See how bruised they are. See those little scars. This is Exhibit A. The material world is holding you back. Containers, mailboxes, doors, chairs. They are all your enemies. Always have been. Atoms always are. In on the conspiracy. Forming shapes and structures that you hate. You are energy stuck in a body. You are a spirit trapped in matter. Break free. Beat up that lamppost. Let it know just how much objects suck.
Denarian Church! The place to be! Make some noise, my church people!
Let's see, large speakers are set up behind the young man blasting a familiar song, physical instrument. Vibrations thump through the blue sound. The music sounds much better in the church. Shivers. A hawthorn tree on Route... Ah, okay. Actually, no, I think I read... Yeah, it's from earlier. Just telling me where the tape is. And let's see. I found this, this tape. Can you use it to hard up Ike's jam? Give him the fixed hawthorn tree.
Yeah! Remix time! Tape goes here, into deck B.
Let's see. He clicks a switch and the tape starts spinning. A hand on his ear, he listens to the audio through his headphones and shouts,
Wow! Did you get this from Arno himself?
empathy. A great excitement is bubbling to the surface within him. This is big. What do you mean? No, I found it tangled up in a hawthorn tree.
Listen, I'm just going to show it to you. Ready?
Ready? Yeah, there we go. This is the the classic, the Disco Elysium main theme.
Whoa! Here's that? The signs match perfectly! Now, if only we had the beat for the full assault, it would be unbelievably hyper!
What is this? It's good. How did you guys do that?
Let's see, do what? I just found a random tape and brought it to Egghead. He's just incredibly good at remixing. You're right, it's uncanny how well it all goes together. Something else must be going on here.
Yes, but what if Van Eyck based his remix on some forgotten local melody, like a folk song, and you just found the original piece that inspired him to create this jam? That would explain why it fits so well.
Nah, to me it sounds like classic Van Eyck. I don't think he needs any inspiration from folk songs. Maybe he lives in Martinez and just threw away part of his song because he thought it wasn't good enough?
I think it's just happenstance. Chaos in action. Contingencies of our limited existence. That and Egghead's fantastic talent.
He nods to his friend behind the turntables. Interfacing, Noid's right. Egghead's technical talent is the key. Inland Empire. Something mysterious is going on here. Andre's got it. It sounds like a local folk song remixed. Sounds right. Van Eyck must live around here. It's definitely his creation. Agree with Noid. It's just luck and Egghead's incredible mixing skills.
Be how it may, if it fits, it fits! Bring up the volume!
What about the bass? Do you have any ideas for that? Yeah, I remember. You said it needs more bass.
Oh, what is? Oh, hold on. And post a picture, Bacon? Hold on. Let me see. I haven't really used Blue Sky much. Oh my god! That's amazing. I love it so much. Thank you. Thank you very much there, Knight. Oh, there we go. How do I haven't really used Blue Sky very much. Let me, Let's see, how do I copy the message? Here, I'm going to post it on, into the, I have the Discord if you'd like to join it as well. Exclamation point, Discord in the chat. And you can post the art in the fan art channel. Well, thank you very much. I love it. Oh, here, let me also do this. Here, while this is going, here, let me... what does it say? Physical instrument. I think you, might know the answer. What if we used that crazy sound assault from Suna's experiment, but contained it, tamed it, made it pulse, proceed with task? I think it's good enough the way it is. Adding that melody has already been a massive improvement. It's pretty hardcore now. No, it must be more hardcore.
But how?
A logic. What about that compressor Andre was setting up to achieve some sort of parallel processing?
Don't be too hard on yourself if you don't figure it out. I think the jam's already pretty ultra.
But it could be hyper hardcore!
Let's see. Whoa, that was a crazy sound we heard before.
Yeah! It was awesome! And scary! Very hardcore!
His voice booms through the chamber, then it gets silent.
Too hardcore, in fact! I couldn't control it! At all!
What happened?
It sucks up all the air in the mix until it's the only thing left. It starts compressing itself and everything around it. Completely fills up the headspace. Extreme!
A physical instrument inside your chest, the heart beats still with the after effects of the sound. Imagine if you could harness that power, making it pulse. What if this is the answer to Van Eyck's jam? We could use the sound for the bass.
Oh! But how?
What about the compressor? Okay, let's see. Interfacing, what is this? The audio onslaught can be tamed. Connect the dots. What is this? +1 Andre's compression algorithm. There's only 17%, but it might take a few tries here.
Welcome to Revachol! Yeah!
No. We'll get it.
Welcome to Revachol!
Welcome to Revachol, yeah!
Welcome to Revelshall! Yeah! Welcome to Revelshall! Yeah!
Oh my god.
Welcome to Revelshall! Yeah!
Oh, there we go. Sidechain the beat. Sidechain? What does it even mean? Dang it. Oh, dang it. Listen. You can use the compressor to select between which track it's compressing, either the auxiliary signal or the main input from the tape, and make it alternate between the signals. The compressor controls the gain based on the level of the signal on the aux sidechain input. It will allow maintaining a loud sound without peaks that fill up all of the headspace. Okay, Egg, you need to start sidechaining it. Explain the concept to him.
Sidechaining it, you said?
Let's see, he turns down the music, his hands moving deftly across the mixer, setting up the necessary controls. Still listening to his headphones.
Hey, what did you do to Egghead, Cop Man? Did you break him?
I'm not sure. Just wait and see, not at Egghead.
Are you ready, pussy?
Noid straightens his back, ready for the beat.
I was born ready, Egg.
Give him a thumbs up. And the audio assault is glorious. The speed freak dances on the stage, intensely waving his hand in the air.
This is beauty! This is life!
Test complete. Make Van Eyck's jam harder core.
What in the world is going on? The way melody and bass flow together. It's unnatural.
There we go, pain threshold. Your body is taking a beating from the low frequencies crashing over you. It's making you feel alive again. This one is for the anodic generation. We have tamed the sound, made it our own. The hardcore aesthetic just got more bassy.
Introducing the ultimate sound!
We've tamed it.
God damn it! This dance club idea might just work out.
DeLorean Church! The place to be! Pump it! Pump it!
Inland Empire. Who will be the innocence of hardcore anodic dance music? Me, obviously. There we go. I think that wraps up pretty much all of the church side quest now. Although it felt like a main quest, honestly. How long it took. Let's see, which one is the... Ah, there it is. Arno van Eyck. Temporary research bonus +1 interfacing. The question won't leave you... The question won't leave you. Why did the melody line... Now, from a broken and discarded tape fit perfectly into a song, played by some speed freaks on a frozen tent. Can it be a coincidence? Maybe it's the hand of the man-machine himself. In his attempt to craft a perfect song, maybe Egghead is actually Arno van Eyck in disguise. Ike? Egg? Let's see, what else is there? I can talk to the drunks now. And do that whole thing. Oh, here, I think I can fast travel, actually. Be a little faster. Oh yeah, I tried to talk to them earlier, but I had to reload my save because I had to... I kept losing my... I didn't have any healing items. And their conversation is killing me. So that's...
Hey, tequila!
30-something, a man clad in a two-piece Lycra TM tracksuit puts down his Pilsner and extends his hand in greeting.
Good to see you. How's business? How's the whole reality situation treating you?
Shake his hand.
So what's happening?
He picks up his beer. Wait, tequila?
Yeah, tequila sunset. How are the, high-concept, reality-based adventures proceeding?
Inland Empire. Good. These people know your true name. Looks like it has preceded you, Mr. Sunset. More on that later.
I like this guy. You should too. He respects you by calling you your true name.
Not too hot. I'm on a 42-year losing streak. Reality. It makes me aggressively sad. I don't know, people tell me I'm a cop. I'm getting used to that. I have re-entered reality to conquer it, to bend it to my will. I am the law. Reality. It's perishing. Soon, only glowing embers will remain of the atoms. Of human faces, only echoes.
Not this again. I was hoping that we were done with it.
Only echoes remaining of human faces? That's a pretty good apocalypse. I wouldn't mind if it came down to that.
He nods appreciatively and picks up his shit-stained Lycra TM jacket.
Things aren't going super well for Idiot Doom Spiral either. Haven't found those keys yet, haven't won that great piece of ass back, no word from my business buddies.
He takes a sip from his beer. Suggestion. This guy's your buddy-buddy. You feel it immediately. You belong to an organization, a fraternity of drunks. Have you seen a red-haired woman named Ruby here lately?
Can't really remember seeing any women after losing my keys.
Electrochemistry. It's a touchy topic. He hasn't gotten laid in ages. What do you guys do around here?
We are saving the world.
He looks at his comrades.
Please. Please don't go. Don't go.
He begs the man in the pipe.
Okay, we're drinking. We're drinking alcohol. That's what we're doing. I tried to save the world once, a long time ago, with enterprise, creativity, and willpower. But that didn't work out. So now, it's a pirate's life for me.
What is a tequila sunset? You keep saying it.
It's you. Your tequila sunset.
How do you know this?
We've met before. Don't you remember?
No, maybe?
Maybe. You look like you want to know how Tequila Sunset came to be. You look like you want to hear the tale.
Inland Empire, tequila. Tequila Sunset. Something ominous here. For some reason, the name tequila fills me with foreboding. Maybe I shouldn't learn what it means.
You think you feel bad now. Wait till you've heard the story.
No, you need the wisdom. Go ahead.
Let me take a sip to moisten up my chords. Tequila Sunset rolled into Martinez last Friday, and by Tequila Sunset, I mean you. The man, the myth.
Oh, wait, did we meet on Friday?
Hey, let's not jump ahead of ourselves. This is your story. Stop interrupting.
He takes another sip, then continues.
You got here on Friday to solve a case, hoping to be the early bird who gets the worm. And by the worm, I mean the buzz. Because as far as I know, all you did was get piss drunk. Word on the street is you went around the local hostel telling people that you're a police officer, and that it would be really fucked up if you shot yourself in the head right in front of them. That's pretty high concept, if you ask me.
Electrochemistry. Oh yeah, that's totally your style. The lieutenant's brow is furrowed. He's listening as casually as he can. Please continue. Oh yeah, not the first time this comes up. A cough awkwardly. Yeah, sure, I did that thing, what of it?
Hey, man, I'm not judging. This life's a valley of woes. Some of the highest concept people in history have killed themselves. And been drunks. Either way, it was a late Saturday night when we, the Union of Moribund Alcoholics, got our drink on. Nothing remarkable about this. We get our drink on 24/7. Makes everything warm and glowy. I trust you know the feeling.
Oh, yes, you do, Bratushka! The only thing better than that is putting the pedal to the metal after you kiss the tie. And off we go!
One moment we hear the sound of a motor carriage revving up somewhere on the plaza, followed by a series of dings and bangs.
Hearing. Do you remember the sound of wood cracking? The billboard.
Naturally, loud noises pique the interest of anybody owning a pair of ears. That's just the reality we're in.
Naturally. I want to get off this story train right now.
Anyway, there was a brief silence. A gasp of silence, if you will. Followed by a real commotion. We heard the carriage careening towards the coast at top speed. Sounded like someone jumped the canal. We grabbed our brewskis and rushed to the jetty. Never underestimate the speed of an alcoholic.
Shivers. 3 men were standing on the wooden platform extended out from the shore of the dilapidated fishing village. Their cheeks red, spirits high, beers in hand, eyes glazed over.
What we saw was a sight to behold. A beat-up police carriage containing you. Right there on the beach. You revved the engine and screamed at the top of your lungs. "The time hath come!" So, naturally, being the curious cat I am, I asked what time hath come. To which you replied, "The time hath come for Tequila Sunset, the end of all things!"
Oh God, what happened next? Say nothing, it's more dignified that way. Every word I said was true. Tequila Sunset will break the looms of reality.
Yeah, looms. Why not? Then you jammed the pedal and plowed right off the jetty and through the ice.
Physical instrument. Your hands cramp on the steering levers.
We ran towards the ice whilst you crawled your way out, miraculously unhurt, covered in seaweed and shit, like some kind of sea monster. When we finally got there, you were sitting on the beach crying. You said that your badge and uniform were in the car. It was too late to get in there, though. The carriage had sunk too deep. Recognizing a brother in need, we offered our condolences and invited you to party with us, which you naturally agreed to.
Electrochemistry. What else was there to do? Thank your brothers for your helping hand.
We asked about the whole Tequila Sunset thing, and you told us it was your name now, and insisted that we all call you that from then on.
Wait. So is Tequila Sunset an event or a name? Tequila Sunset, sounds pretty good. My real name is Harry.
No, that's just what your mother called you. Your real name is Tequila Sunset. Just embrace it, brother.
How long did we party for?
Hours. It was an all-night drink-a-thon. Then, at some point, I think it was Sunday morning, you got belligerent and wanted to talk about Revacholian women. How they're beautiful and also whores and so on. How one of them fucked you real bad. After a short while, you crossed the event horizon, looked sullen, got up, and left without saying anything.
Wow, that's quite a story.
Yeah, I bet Tequila's a fucking legend around the precinct. You must be proud to work with him.
If you only knew.
Did I tell you anything specific about this person that fucked me?
You were pretty vague about it, but you kept saying you got fucked real hard, and that we've all been fucked too.
Please don't open that door.
No one's fucked me. I do the fucking around here.
Abigail!
It seemed pretty painful, to be honest with you. If I had to guess, I'd say you're still working through some shit.
Did I mention losing anything else?
Beside your gun and your badge? You said something about your hope or heart or something. To be honest, the details are a little hazy. In retrospect, I guess you lost your motor carriage too? That's a big one.
Did I say anything about my colleagues?
You told us that they were a bunch of fucking losers whose main interest was cramping your style.
Empathy. It's more like you were cramping theirs.
No specifics, though. It was more about you that night. You were the star of the show.
Did I say anything about the case?
Yeah, you said it was no biggie and that you'd solve it in no time. And that you didn't need anyone to do it. You're doing it solo now.
A lot of cops go solo and hermit once they reach that level of alcoholism.
Empathy. It's not meant as a joke. He's sorry for the hermit cop. Did we talk about, politics?
Yeah, you seemed really mad about immigrants for some reason.
Oh no. He rubs the back of his neck.
I'd rather not get into the details. It was pretty low concept.
Did you get a read on what kind of cop I was?
You kept telling us that in your work you've seen a lot of blood, but that it's nothing compared to the great bloodletting to come. I believe you mentioned something about the ground cracking open to swallow cities and dreams alike. Yeah, I remember that simile, or whatever the fuck they are.
It's
a hard thing for a man to confront his past. That's why I avoid mine at all costs.
You seem like you're characterized by your storytelling ability. Want to tell me another one sometime?
Whoop-de-doo. So now I'm a fucking storyteller. Right. Why not? Better than a beach bum.
Yes. Want to tell me how you became Idiot Doom Spiral? Actually, no, I've heard enough stories for a lifetime. They S-U-C-K. Goodbye.
It depends, really. Are you willing to help me out?
Electrochemistry. The gleam in his eyes and the slouch in his posture is so incredibly familiar. You want booze, don't you? What do you need?
I don't want it, man. I need it. Can't tell stories without it. Dry stories are boring, you see? So, have you got anything for good old Idiot Doom Spiral? A bottle for a story. Seems fair to me.
Here, I got a potent Pilsner. Give it. I don't have any on me right now, lie. But I don't want to give you any of my precious alcohol. It's mine. Don't do it now.
Suit yourself.
Let's see. Sorry for being a buzzkill earlier. I'll supply the booze if you supply the stories.
You too, Tequila Sunset.
Hold on, I think it actually gets rid of the whole bottle. I forgot about this. So I might as well drink it. Take a drink of it before I hand it over to him. Where is it? Yeah, I think that's the only thing alcohol I have. I'm gonna have to buy some at the store, but the store's closed. I can give him the one, though. Hold on, let me drink some of it. Might as well. Oh, and heal some. He's just like running in place. I think that's because I have the Faun tracksuit on. So he keeps like running in place.
Tequila, wonderful.
Yeah, here, have the potent Pilsner.
Not much, but it will do.
Yeah, he takes the whole bottle. Alright. He grabs the bottle from your hands and uncorks it immediately.
Hey, Spiral Boy, you gonna share that?
Don't call Abigail!
Shut up, guys. I'm telling a story here. Something happened to you. Something happened to me, too. My actual name is George. But around here, you already know. I was once a reasonably high net worth individual. A founder/junior partner at a high concept creative services agency. When my story begins, I had just landed a major contract with an insurance firm.
Go on.
I used the profits from my agency to finance what I called a cultural incubator. Abstract value generation, value per person, high concept stuff. I developed the paradigm, worked within the paradigm, but the burden of leadership weighed heavily on me. So I went jogging every so often to keep myself sane.
Wait, how many people did you have working for you?
22 full-time employees, an all-star team, a potentially historical set of individuals. Worrying about them often kept me up well into the morning hours.
Did the jogging help? I could probably use a good run myself.
It helped, truly. With my trusty Sansarique Lycra tracksuit, I felt like I could conquer the world. But now dreams are worn thin, much like my tracksuit.
What happened?
One day I left on my evening run. As you may know, it's impossible to clear your head when you're distracted by the sound of keys jangling in your pockets.
He shakes the bottle and it makes a ringing sound. Half-light. He's right. It's incredibly annoying. Sight. His eyes are clouded. His dilated blood vessels encircling his irises like stinging brambles. Conceptualization. His eyes are your eyes.
So I removed the key ring and put the keys for the front gate and the apartment into different pockets to stop the jangling, you see? At least, that was the plan. I was halfway done with my usual lap when it started to rain. The reality situation became very wet, very quickly.
How wet are we talking exactly?
Wet, okay? It was raining really hard.
There's a trace of derision in his voice.
I made my way back home and discovered that I didn't have the key to the front gate. I'd mixed it up with the key to the letterbox, which was useless. Naturally, the situation required me to climb over the gate, which I did. There was no climbing down because I slipped and landed on my ass.
Ouch. I would have landed on my feet. I've got feline reflexes. Say nothing. Savoir faire. Failure. No, you don't.
Whatever. The point is, reality was looking rather grim just then. Me lying on my ass in a mud pit in the middle of a heavy shower. But when life knocked me down, I always got up. So I made my way across the yard. Standing in front of my apartment door, fumbling with my pockets, I realized that I'd also forgotten my apartment key.
You've gotta be shitting me.
I wish I were, Tequila. I wish I were. Instead of my apartment key, I'd taken the key to the office.
Okay, so what happened next?
I rang my neighbor's buzzers. It was late, and most of them didn't even answer. Those who did assumed I was trying to sell them something and hung up before I could even explain the situation. People are naturally wary of ad men, you see. One moment someone chats you up, 5 minutes later you've bought a box of edible lingerie and a strap-on. I don't begrudge them, especially since I was known to be one of the best.
Empathy. Heavy is the head that wears the crown.
Just then, I experienced a moment of clarity. I still had the key to my office. I could wait out the storm there. But when I reached my office, I remembered that I'd asked one of my producers to change the locks that day. And since I hired only the best, he'd already done it, and I couldn't get in. Anyway, long story short, life spiraled out of control. I haven't gotten into my apartment for years, and my girlfriend left me because she didn't want to date a homeless man. The company, well, you see where I'm going with this.
Sight. He pinches his thigh as if to check whether this reality is the reality.
So, now you've heard my tragic tale. What do you think? Like nothing you've ever heard, huh?
He takes a long swig of his drink. Oh wait, is that it? I feel like there's some steps missing. I've only been a hobo comp for a few days now, but it doesn't seem so bad. Look on the bright side. You've got one hell of a story. You do realize that all of this is your own fault. There's this black point in the world, a hole. It's already claimed an entire commercial area. Maybe you're another one of its victims.
This would explain a lot. I always believed it wasn't my fault that I ended up homeless on the beach with these two bums. God bless them, though. I'd be alone without them. Anyway, that was all the story one bottle gets you. Almost empty, this one.
And let's see. Why do you keep losing all your stuff?
Good fucking question, Tequila. If I knew the answer, you think I'd be hanging out on a beach in this formerly premium but now extremely dirty two-piece lycra tracksuit? I used to own my reality situation. My business buddies and I had our own creative services agency. I had a nice apartment, an even nicer piece of ass. But somehow it all got away from me. Now I can't hang on to anything. Just last week I stole this nice new jacket, but then I lost it too. The only things I haven't lost are these two drunks.
Empathy. You of all people should empathize with this. Perhaps this lost jacket is something you could help with. And what's the name of your agency?
My agency, man. The Boom Boom Room. Our concept was combining high art with the lowest forms of marketing. The color red, breasts, and oil painting. I convinced my partners to reinvest some of our profits in an even more high-concept cultural incubator called Thin Air. The artists were happy, the clients were happy. I was financing a group of poets in East Revachol who were developing a new universal poetic language. But then it all went to shit.
He looks toward the bay. Mixing oil painting and breasts to make ads is a Thai art is just cynical wankery. That's so high concept, I have no idea what it means. Mixing high and low, commodifying culture, that is extremely my shit. Right, okay, never mind never mind that I asked.
Well, you know, sex sells. That's the first rule of advertising.
Maybe, but it's still tired. Yeah, actually, you're right. Let the market sort it out. No need for me to regulate this stuff.
Maybe you're right. Who knows? Maybe we were behind the curve? We were fucking rich, though, that much I know.
What's up with the tracksuit?
What? You've never seen 100% Lycra before? Go on, feel that primo material.
The man extends his arm. Half-like, you really shouldn't touch it. I'll just admire it from afar, thanks. Touch it.
Pretty nice, huh? This might be one of the last of its kind. Should probably be in a museum, honestly.
He takes another sip. No. it hurt me. Interfacing. Good God. It's nearly impossible to describe how dirty this texture is. It's like rubbing two jellyfish skins together. You feel about 15% less human for having touched it. Encyclopedia. Randomized trials have also found that Lycra TM to be associated with a number of exotic, highly malignant cancers. So you also have that to look forward to. Smell. And then there's the smell. But you don't even want to think about that.
Wow, you're lucky. He never lets me feel it.
That's because your paws are fucking filthy, Rosie. We're right next to the bay. You could wash them any time.
What about the other drunks?
My fellow members of the Union of Moribund Alcoholics? They're exactly what they look like.
Hey, tequila! You want to buy some speed?
Hell yeah.
Shut the fuck up, Rosemary. He's a cop, remember?
I thought he was a cool cop.
Don't call Abigail.
And this is Abs. So yeah, that's basically us. We drink together.
He points to the man in the pipe. What's this about a lost jacket?
Tequila, it's a verifiable tragedy. It was practically brand new. Sure, it didn't really go with my Lycra threads, but it did itch a lot less. Say, you're a detective, right? Maybe you can help old Doom Spiral out. Solve the case of the missing jacket. What do you say, Tequila?
You mean this jacket that I discovered on the boardwalk and had cleaned on a whim? The man examines the jacket for a moment, a look of, consternation on his brow.
Nah, this isn't it. Found? That's medium concept stuff. Totally not my style.
So you're saying that there's another lost jacket out there somewhere? Come on, man. This is your jacket. You just don't remember it.
It's a big world out there, Tequila. Lot of lost jackets in it. Don't know why you'd think this could possibly be mine.
Hey, Doom Spiral. Ain't that the jacket you stole the other week?
Not on your fucking life, Rosemary. What's wrong with you people? Like I'd be caught dead wearing fawn, like some low-concept bicycle courier. Tell you what, Tequila. Why don't you just hang on to that one? I'll get another jacket someday.
At least you got a nice jacket for your troubles.
The lieutenant shrugs. I want to hear stories. I want to hear the story of your name again. Have you got any more stories?
Okay,
Well, I need alcohol.
let's step aside for a second. I have something I want to talk about. I've been meaning to have a little chat with you about your sense of style.
My style? What about it?
It's, well, a little eclectic, don't you think? How would you even describe what you're wearing?
A tracksuit, and I feel like this is pretty normal looking compared to the when I had on the bathrobe and the and the little poker visor thing. Conceptualization. Eclectic is for pop music with indigenous percussion. You're a sartorial maverick. A formal apologetic. Hobo chic. Superstar casual. Click your tongue. Regular core. Office harbinger. They're just clothes, Kim. Who cares? Office harbinger.
Well, I can't say it doesn't fit you. Still, you might try branching out a little. You know the expression, the clothes make the man. The right outfit in the right situation can make all the difference in the world.
Okay, Nod. You're a sharp-dressed man. We could be style buddies. I'm not taking style tips from someone who dresses like a mega binoclard. Oh no, we can call him a nerd. No,
Let's not get
don't
ahead
call
of
Kim a
ourselves,
nerd.
detective.
Empathy. A warm smile.
Anyway, we should probably get back to the case. Let's go.
Good to see you, friend. Do I have deals set up for you, buddy boy?
What are you talking about? Good to see you too, friend. I'm a police officer, not your friend. What are you talking about?
So what do you want? I got smokes. They're cheap. Very cheap. I got Pilsner. Great deal. You won't get a better deal on that piss. Spirits I can let go for 300 real. I also have speed. And by speed, I mean amphetamine.
See? There it is, Bratushka! The spirit! Let's buy the spirit! 300 real is a lot, but this has to be done! It's our end game!
This is just another stupid drunk idea I'm having that I'm attributing to my necktie. This is the mystery and the truth, and I need to buy that spirit. What if I don't want to listen to my necktie anymore?
Exactly! This is no ordinary drink! It's what our relationship has been building towards all these years! This is the climax, the mystery, the virginal sigh! That drink is special! You have to buy it from him! Get it off him! Kill him if you have to! Our ultimate fate depends on it! And the fate of many worlds!
The lieutenant looks at you, looking at the bottle of spirits, then at Rosemary, suspiciously. Reaction speed. He knows something is going on in your head. Amphetamine?
Hi. By amphetamine, I mean speed.
I think you didn't hear me. When I said I'm a police officer, I thought, by speed you meant amphetamine. Right, got it.
Aye, that's what I said. Good,
Right,
good,
got it.
my man. Now what can I offer you?
Quite the business venture you've set up here.
Oh, The system's been good to old Rosemary here, and I'm milking her like a bitch goat in the backyard.
Oh no, not the bitch goat. What do you mean?
You see, friend, man makes his own luck, and I made mine real good. Got my hands on 3 bottles of liquor exquise, sold 2 to the fellows around here, and immediately invested the profit. Bought cigarettes, bought beer, even bought a bit of speed. And look at me now, I got everyone on my hook.
It looks like you're on your own hook too. Impressive entrepreneurship. Point to his vice stand. I approve. You got a permit for this little shit show? Or might you got a permit for speed?
Mm-hmm. Hook 'em and cook 'em, huh? You want to buy something? Let's keep it moving.
As he's got the blue medicinal spirit for 300. I forget what that does. I'll have to look that up. He's got the pack of smokes, $2, $1.50 for the Pilsner, which I will buy now so I can.
Bottoms up, Captain.
And then the what do you call it? Sell me that speed. Oh, okay. I was like, what is the minutes left? Oh, yeah, that's because I drank it earlier. And it tells me how long it has left from it. Okay. There, I can give that Idiot Doom Spiral for another story. Here, let me make a
In the
save.
civilized world, it's a custom to tip the shopkeep, friend. But come back anyway.
Savoir-faire. Wow, you work hard. I do. Oh, yes. You hustle. You're a provider. It's tough out there, but you keep it real and provide. I guess I do, yeah. What hard work do I do exactly? Look at yourself. You're a human pedometer. You must have walked 200,000 steps down cracked asphalt, mosaic, and sand and linoleum, after you re-emerged. That is the sign of a hustler who never gives up. The world is harsh and people are evil, and you didn't make it that way. And you won't let it break you. You ride. Yeah, I ride a little. I fucking ride till I die, bitch. I'm not sure I ride. That's just what it's like. Life and death. But you got gills on your side, baby. I got those black papers with the faces of the innocents on them. You bring in the money, the solas. Let's see, it ain't easy, but you do it a day in and day out. You didn't make the rules, but you won't lose. You're a cop and a sprinter and a money printer. This is so stupid. Sure, I got that giant novelty check from Everard. Yeah, and Everard gave me that $5. Oh yeah, and he gave me the five pity dollars. Oh, and then there's pawning stuff off to that suspicious guy, Roy. I guess I've made some gills, sure. It wasn't easy getting that giant novelty check from Everard. It took some ingenuity to get it into the harbor, but you got in. And you took that bribe as hard as any cop's taken it. He gave me $5. He did, yes, he did. And you took it, and put it in your pocket. Ka-ching, baby doll. Officer Hustle riding shotgun. Oh, and there's that pawning stuff off. Yeah, you're in the sales business. Shake 'em for shit, and then pawn it off, law officer style. Made some gills? Sure. And has it been easy? Is life easy? Have you not gone into cardiac arrest? Are you not about to have an anxiety attack and shoot yourself in the mouth? But you still hustle 24/7. Ride or die. Now ask yourself, are you rich? Yes, quite. No, I'm actually not. That's right. You work harder than anyone. You almost rode yourself to the grave, and you're still practically a hobo. Why is that? It's because of that Gart guy riding my ass. The system is broken. And there's a market for corrupt cops out there, but the immigrant cops have price dumped it. Fucking taxes, man. I don't know. Why am I so poor? No, not the immigrant cops. Look, the immigrants are cool. The immigrants play cool music. Everyone likes them, especially the women. Don't hate on immigrants. You've got nothing to do with... They've got nothing to do with you living under a boat. It's Gart. The system is broken. Fucking taxes. That's right, 100%. Fucking G-Man's got his jam-covered sticky fingers in your pocket, stealing from you every time you buy, sell, walk, talk, fart, and so much as sneeze. Really, every time I sneeze, every time you wipe your ass, they got their direct and their indirect modes of taxation. Sales tax, exercise duty, extraction tax, alimony, one tax that doesn't even have a name. Plus, there's the stuff people in other countries pay for that makes them ask for more money from you here. Total tax duties add up to 98% of all your money. No fucking way. I guess I'm a free market fundamentalist now, Alfin. Are you sure? That seems like a pretty big number. This isn't helping me solve my money problem. It's only making me into a free market type. What are you not sure about? They're milking your nipples till they bleed. Can't you see? Aren't you sick and tired of having bloody nipples? Bleeding nipples are kind of a pain, but how will deregulation help me with that? Opt in, but only a little. This isn't helping me solve my money problems. What are you, a racist? Don't be racist. Be a cool immigrant, ultra-liberal, free market advocate. Ride or die. Keep it street. Well, if not being an ultra-liberal makes me a racist, then I guess I should be an ultra-liberal. Opt in. Go away. No, I'm gonna be racist. And you can't stop me.
Tequila Sunset.
Oh, actually, hold on, let me get the
The
bottle here.
legend
Where's the...
returns. You know the dance. Smokable smokes, pissable pilsner. Drink it, then convert it to piss. And there's spirits and speed too.
Why does the bottle of spirits cost 300 real?
See, friend, it's real valuable. Worth every real, if you catch my drift. Got it from a bit of a business venture.
Nod, let him speak. No one can buy spirits for 300 real. That's crazy. Oh, I'll just have the spirits and not the story today, thank you.
You know, it's funny, actually.
He bursts out laughing. that takes 3 gulps of his Pilsner and stares at you intently. Sight. He's finding it difficult to focus his watery gaze. What is?
What?
What do you mean, what? Did you think... What'd you think was funny earlier?
This guy.
He says and shakes his index finger at you. Suggestion. Conversation might bring a discount, no? Where did you get this bottle of spirits from? Okay, can I just get the spirits if that's okay with you? You know what? I don't even want the spirits anymore.
Oh, this is medicinal spirits. The good stuff. Got it from the doctor's office.
He ain't shitting you! Medicinal spirits are a blast, Bratan! The flaming truth of this Joker world!
I got one of those scientific ampoules a few months ago. Torpedo, they call it. It's supposed to keep a man from taking a drink.
He spits a nasty yellow clod on the ground before you.
Didn't stop me for shit, that's for sure. 5 lemons with half a pack of butter and you're good to go.
That's a good tip. I should remember it. That sounds dangerous.
It really isn't. In a week, the goddamn kidneys started giving me all kinds of help. Finally, the missus took me to a private doctor's office. Not a charity, the real thing. Those arseholes charged me 4 real to remove the damn thing. But I came out on top after all.
Assholes. Have they no shame taking money for a service they provide? Okay, how?
But the idiots left me alone in there. Now, I used to teach high school biology. I know what doctors use to preserve dead thingies.
Dead thingies? He gets an excited gleam in his eyes.
Like 3 cans of this blue medicinal stuff from the back room. Threw the snakes out and voila! What's left is this beautiful blue stuff. 98.7% almost pure alcohol. 2 I already sold to these fine gentlemen here. But this last one is yours for 3 real, if you want it.
Reaction speed. Don't say it. I thought it was 300 real. Can I smell it first? I think it will prove useful, yes. Can I smell it?
Yeah, be careful. It's extremely flammable. 1 spark and the entire city of Revachol is wiped off the map. Feels like someone's trying to jam an angry hedgehog down your nostrils, doesn't it, buddy boy? Wait for the adrenaline tsunami. It's really great.
Endurance. He's exaggerating. It bites, but only a little.
Did I not tell you, Bratan? This is it! This is our party drink! This is what we're having, baby! Please get it for me!
The tie vibrates excitedly around your neck again.
So, what's the deal, friend? Want the spirits or not?
Yeah, I think it will prove useful, yes.
3 real and it's yours, friend. The deal of a lifetime.
Well done. You got it. There, here's the money for the spirits.
Just make sure to enjoy that one, friend.
Bratan, I am so proud! Now, whatever you do, don't drink it! This deserves so much more than just regular oral consumption!
Electrochemistry. The tie is so on the money there. Up the bum it goes. I don't know, sounds like it's gonna turbo boost my alcohol habit. My regular alcohol habits gotten me in enough trouble already. Huh? But, I don't want to put it up my bum. Okay, right, we're putting it in the bum.
Who said anything about putting it up there? No! We're gonna put it into a way more special place! So special! Just hang on to it! Keep it safe! Wait for my sign!
Inland Empire. Soon, the time will come. Have patience, brave one. Half-light. I'm getting a really dark vibe from this. This won't be pretty. some foreshadowing there.
Tequila sunset.
Here, another story.
I do. But as you can see, my fuel tank is running quite low. If you catch my drift.
Oh, what does he say if I got the medicinal spirits here? How about that?
No. Contrary to popular belief, I enjoy being alive.
He raises his palm as if to shun you back to wherever you came from. Here, I got a potent pilsner.
Not much, but it will do.
He grabs the bottle from your hand and uncorks it immediately.
The tale I'm about to tell you is an urban legend particular to Martinez. That said, I first heard it from a former bicycle courier in Koran. There are many variations on the basic story, and the details often conflict. What everyone agrees on is that nobody knows the exact nature or identity of the phenomenon.
Are you telling the story of the headless...
Shut the fuck up, Rosemary. Summer of 44. 17-year-old Gertrude Het is walking home from a late shift at the harbor. It's almost midnight. She stops for a cigarette near the canal.
Shivers. The streets are warmed by a southerly breeze. The lights of a passing motor carriage bloom and fade in the distance. In the harbor's dark, her cigarette is a beacon, dancing alone. The image comes to you effortlessly, as though you'd walk the same streets yourself 1,000 times.
Our heroine finds herself enjoying the peace and quiet the canal provides.
He looks up to the skies as if searching for peace himself.
What she doesn't know is that her peace is about to be shattered. From behind her comes the clattering of hooves. Startled, she turns around, and what does she see?
A goat man. I don't know what. A horse? The giant of Coconur.
What? No, I told you this is a Martinez legend. With no head on his shoulders. Wearing a found tracksuit, searching for the legendary found cap that went missing when he lost his head.
Oh, it's the Found Rider. Let's see. Wait, I thought the headless Found Rider rode a bull. Show him the figurine.
I thought that he rode a headless pig.
The lieutenant says with a little smirk.
Well, there are many versions of this story, the most peculiar of which has the headless found rider riding on the back of another headless man.
That sounds pretty implausible to me. That's super spooky.
Yes. According to legend, young Gertrude Het had to endure years of psychotherapy before she was able to look at a horse or tracksuit again. And she's one of the lucky ones.
He takes another sip from his bottle.
Gertrude Het may have been the first to witness the headless found rider, but she wasn't the last. Oh no.
Tell him about the two feminists by the locks.
Fuck, Rosemary, they were dating. No one said they were feminists. Everyone always misremembering this stuff.
This wouldn't be the De Ponte Delgado case, would it?
What? You know it?
I've read the case file. But please, go on.
Right. Early autumn of 46. Ula de Ponte and Eva Delgado are fishing near the waterlock long after the sun has set. The wind picks up. A sky already dark now blackens. Water starts falling from above. The first cold rain of the season.
Shivers. Two women stand on a small outcropping of rocks. One of them is wearing a purple raincoat. Thin lines reach out from the rods into the sea. Small droplets start appearing on the surface with increasing frequency.
The women are caught in the downpour. They act quickly. Eva gathers the rods whilst Ula turns around to reach for the tackle box.
Inland Empire. Don't turn around. Don't turn around.
When she sees something, her shriek is so violent that the residents of the nearby apartment building believe lightning has struck. But there is no lightning. Only a heavy downpour and the silhouette of the headless Faun Rider looming on the horizon. Ula makes a run for the shore, but Eva slips on a wet rock and disappears into the cold, cold canal with nary a sound. Her body is never recovered.
What did the case file say, Kim? What happened to Ulla DuPont? Ask Doom Spiral.
Word on the street is that she... you know...
He makes a finger pistol with his right hand and lifts it up to his chin.
gave herself facial deconstruction surgery. Real grisly stuff.
That part, at least more or less, corresponds to the case file.
See? Told you.
The man takes a long, self-satisfied sip.
Anyway, that's the story of the headless Faun Rider. Pretty crazy, huh?
Who was the headless rider before he died? I've already seen some weird shit on this case. A headless jockey in a tracksuit fits right in. That's nothing. I've got an even crazier story.
Well, Tequila, that's part of the legend. No one knows for sure. There are a couple of possibilities, though. Some say he was an undercover cop who blew his cover and got beheaded by the vicious gang he had infiltrated. Now he rides, searching for his lost found cap, plotting revenge.
Esprit de corps. Oh, headless brother. Where art thou?
Others claim he was a professional jockey who veered off course during a steeplechase, ended up in somebody's backyard, and got decapitated by an exceptionally taut clothesline.
Physical instrument. Even decapitation couldn't stop his commitment to the sport. Are you that committed?
Personally, I think he was just some guy who hanged himself from a really tall tree, and the fall was so violent that his head came clean off. Coincidentally, at that exact moment, a horse happened to pass under him, and his beheaded corpse mounted it, where it remains to this day. But then, no one really knows.
Inland Empire. For some reason, this does strike you as the most plausible theory of them all. I've got a hunch that it was the undercover cop. I'd want revenge too. I bet he was the jockey. He seems super committed to the sport. I've got to agree your theory sounds the most plausible. None of these really sound plausible, to be honest.
Isn't it? All the pieces fit together perfectly. That's how I know it's right. Anyway, to each his own. You want to hear any other stories?
I've seen some weird shit.
Hard to argue with that, I suppose.
That's the reality situation for you. You think you got a handle on it, then blam! It throws some wild shit at you.
He takes a long
That's why
swig.
it's critical to stay well hydrated.
That's nothing. I've got an even crazier story.
Yeah? Why don't you go eat shit, Tequila? There's no way you know a better one than that.
What about the Col de Mama d'Aqua? It's a magical, self-replicating sound. The gnome of Jeroma dissolves its victims with acid. The giant of Coconur is as big as a mountain. Yeah, actually, you're right. Nothing comes to mind. The Col de Mama d'Aqua.
I have to admit, that's pretty high concept. Still not as awesome as a headless rider in a found tracksuit, though. Yeah?
Crazy story. Let's see. The gnome of
Why don't you
Jeroma.
go acid gnomes? Sounds like a stupid, low-concept band name. Yeah?
And the
Why not
giant.
Giants? That the best you got? Give me a break, Tequila.
Okay, whatever became of the headless Fallon Rider?
No one knows. Some say he stalks Martinez to this day, and can be seen near the canal when the clock strikes midnight. Ooh.
He makes a spooky gesture with his free hand.
He won't, though, because it's just a stupid legend.
Aye. I saw him one night when I was right shit-faced.
I want to hear the story. Let's see. Let's see. Oh, hold on, let me.
Tequila Sunset.
Got any more urban myths?
I actually do have one. The strangest of them all. But I'll need to fortify myself before I can tell that one. Do you have anything to fortify? It's very hard to tell a story.
Let me buy another beer off this guy.
The legend! Bottoms up, Captain.
Tequila Sunset. Wonderful.
Here's your booze.
Not much, but it will. This last one is the most Martinet story I've ever heard.
He takes an almost comically long swig. Thus fortified, he continues.
I've never heard it mentioned outside of here. At first, I thought it was a joke, to be honest. But I've been on the coast 8, 9 months now, and in that time I've seen at least 3 expeditions come through, searching for something.
Shivers. A shovel hits the sand somewhere behind the reeds. Near an abandoned construction yard. The young men look over their shoulders suspiciously. The sound of their digging seems loud in the sudden silence. Cryptids? A place to call home? Your lost keys? What kind of expedition?
Hey, hey! Fuck you, Tequila. Magic animals? No, man, this is serious stuff.
A place to call home?
No, Tequila. Most people already know where they live. It's guys like you and me that are the exceptions.
Okay, what kind of expedition?
All kinds. I've seen archaeologists, gangsters, even a bunch of ad agency types. I'm telling you, Tequila, this thing's got a pull on certain kinds of people.
Electrochemistry. Wait, there's a tingling back here. The stirring of a faint sensation. Wait, what do you mean certain kinds of people?
You know, obsessive types. People with predilections.
He did. Or doom spiral. What exactly are we talking about?
Some of those expeditions come back after a week or so, looking haggard and dejected. Others don't return at all. The first time I saw one of these expeditions, I thought they were fucking with me. There was no way it could be true. It was just too high concept, even for me.
Electrochemistry. There's no way. It can't be, or can it? Can't be what? You know.
I'm not even sure I should be telling you this story, to be perfectly honest. You're in a fragile state, and it might be too much for you to handle.
I can handle it.
Okay, fine, I'll tell you. But I'm warning you, it's pretty out there. Our story begins at a legendary design studio, right here in Martinez. There was this designer. His exact name is lost to history, but in life, he was a legend. Made it big in Aranya, where he did some real pioneering work on grotesque and sans serif typography. A fucking genius, man.
He takes a swig
That
and
is,
wipes his mouth.
if he even existed. Who knows? It's an urban legend, after all.
Electrochemistry. He existed all right. You feel it deep within your basal ganglia. He was as real as you are. What the fuck are you talking about? I'm talking about...
Anyway, sometime later he started his own personal studio here in Martinez. And that's when he started working on some really wild stuff. I'm talking some glass-smooth, forward-looking design language, the kind of thing that would totally overthrow the old regime, design-wise.
Conceptualization. A paradigm-shattering revolutionary?
But then something turned. You see, it's widely known that nose candy and pioneer graphic design work go hand in hand.
Wait, nose candy?
You know tequila, nose candy, the white railroad, party powder.
The kids on the streets also call it Snow Day.
Sinus salt, the white night.
Can't see, for its popularity among the aristocratic class of the prior century.
Encyclopedia. Along with a number of more banal street names, below of course, but also flake, powder, pearl, really anything that's white will get the idea across. Electrochemistry. He's talking about cocaine. Oh, you mean cocaine?
Shit, yeah, tequila. You know exactly what I'm talking about.
He gives you a comradely bump on the shoulder as a couple of millimeters of booze slosh out of his bottle. What happened to him?
You've got to understand, the work this guy was doing was so high concept that regular amounts of cocaine just weren't cutting it. By the end, they were bringing it in by the lorry load. Now, as you might imagine, snorting that much cocaine can't be healthy for a regular human, right?
Right. Wrong, electrochemistry. Wrong. Do it all the time. All the time? All day, baby.
Hey, tequila, pay attention. The story goes that one day he was balls deep in work on what he thought would be his pièce de résistance, an advert so minimal it contained neither text nor images, just pure white. Apparently the idea was too high concept even for this genius. He dropped dead right at his desk before he could finish. His last words are recorded to have been, "It's as white as a blizzard of cocaine."
Oh, what a loss for the world of design. What a stupid fucking idea. Saying nothing.
I know, tequila. I know.
He takes a swig, considers pouring some out for this lost genius, then thinks better of it.
But the story doesn't end there. Supposedly, when they performed the autopsy, the coroner discovered nearly a quarter kilo of coke jammed into his nasal cavity. That's right. 250 grams of blow had accumulated in there over the years. We're talking high-grade Saramaritsian pure. Not that cut-rate shit your grandma does. There are those who believe the designer was buried with this quarter key of nose candy still lodged in his sinuses. That's what those expeditions are looking for.
The cocaine skull. The cocaine skull. A skull filled with cocaine.
The cocaine skull.
Wow. And why do people think the skull is here in Martinez?
No. Wow. Here's the kicker. This designer, this lead designer of a world-famous design studio, was born in Martinez. A local boy, Martin Martinez. That's why he brought his studio here, back to where it all began. And that's why they buried him here, too. Perhaps right under Ab's pipe there. Or probably further down the coast, or in some yard in Martinez proper. A hidden mausoleum, no one knows exactly.
No, my grandma always told me his grave lay somewhere on the islets on the bay.
This is ludicrous and physically impossible. Sinuses can contain that amount of anything.
Inland Empire. Now, detective. Always the skeptic. Interfacing. My only question is, where does one get a shovel? What do these expeditions plan to do with it?
The archaeologists say they want to put it in a museum, the gangsters say they want to sell it on the black market, and the ad agency guys say they're seeking inspiration.
Electrochemistry. Bullshit. They just want to snort it, but you could beat them to it, Harry. You could snort the magic skull cocaine instead.
I'm pretty sure they all just want to snort it, though.
And why wouldn't they, eh? Sounds like right strong stuff.
Rosemary, you said something about the islets.
Don't listen to him or his grandma. He's just making things up.
No, my grandma told me. I've heard other people say it too. That it's underwater. Or no, maybe it was the storm sewers.
Or maybe it's in the air. Or in an ancient state pyramid offshore.
Inland Empire. In a pyramid, now that would be something. What have you learned from the other expeditions?
They're pretty vague about it in general. The gangsters like to claim they're looking for the grave of a friend, with picks and shovels. The archaeologists act all official about it, saying they're conducting serious research. Honestly, I think they're not really scientists, just rich. The junkies, for some reason, are pretty upfront about it. They just say they're looking to snort some blow out of a dead man's nasal cavity.
Electrochemistry. Honest men on an honest quest. You should join them.
By now, I'd say I know about as much about it as anyone on the coast.
Okay, I'm convinced. Let's go find it. Undertake it. Surprisingly, I'm not interested in looking for the skull.
Whoa. Hold on just a minute. Finding it right now is literally impossible.
What? Why?
For one, the way is blocked by that big lorry that says Delta Logistics Company on the side. You definitely have to search the area behind that lorry too, yet it is impassable. And second, outfitting an expedition like that is expensive. It'd have to be a big production to do the cocaine skull justice. You need new gear, people who know what they're doing, all kinds of provisions. It's just not feasible within the economic and temporal frame of our current setup. Matter of fact, unless a bunch of money just falls out of the sky, we might never know what's up with that skull.
I have to agree. We barely have what we need to solve the case we've got now. We can't afford to run around chasing after quasi-mythical pieces of drug paraphernalia. Besides, it would look extremely bad for the RCM to be caught up in something that has the word cocaine writ large on it. The PR is tricky on this.
Damn, that's too bad. Who cares? It was an idiotic idea anyway. Wait, maybe there's another way. Maybe up around the coast. Don't give up now.
Yeah, well, that's the reality situation for you. Who knows, though? Maybe someday we'll get our chance.
Are there any more stories you can tell?
Not that I can think of, currently.
I guess that makes sense. You've been drinking a lot.
That might be the case, yes.
Let's see. You have anything else to say?
The
I should probably buy
legend.
another
He's back.
beer
Bottoms up,
case.
Captain.
I need the stat boost. Grumbles an unshaven man with a ruddy nose. He narrows his eyes at you as if in recognition, then turns his head away. Smell. The noxious odor emanating from the drunken man is strong and familiar.
Don't you call her? Yeah! Don't call Abigail!
I am the law. Who's Abigail? I'll call whoever I want. Don't tell me what to do. This is making me uncomfortable. Leave.
Uh-huh. Abigail. Don't you fucking call Abigail.
He draws out a disgusting snort, then mumbles, waving a finger in your general direction. Suggestion. Abigail is his wife or girlfriend. Chances are she's gone. Calling her wouldn't make it any better or worse. Electrochemistry. Never thought you'd see such a thing in your life, but this guy's a little too drunk. Have you seen any women around here lately? Who are you? What's your name? Where am I? What is this place? Why shouldn't I call Abigail? Tell me about your friends. Point to the others, or walk away. Let's see. Seen any women?
Abigail? Abigail, where are you?
His voice perks up, then trails into a string of random babbling. Who are you?
Don't call Abigail!
His eyes move around erratically. Then, the look in them hazy and unfocused. Where am I? The man hiccups, then mumbles something unintelligible. Hey, I'm on an important official investigation. I demand you answer my questions.
There's no use in yelling at drunks. He's barely holding it together.
The drunk man starts coughing. A really disgusting, hacking cough. Endurance. He does not sound well at all. Why shouldn't I call Abigail? He snorts and beckons you to lean in closer. Lean in.
Don't call Abigail. Don't call Abigail.
His breath smells harsh, like a toxic swamp, as he whispers to you. He then waves his hand as if shooing you away.
Don't call.
Slowly, his head nods off to the side and he passes out, tongue dangling from his mouth.
There was little chance he'd be a reliable witness anyway.
Oh yeah, I got a blue medicinal spirit. The liquid is an unearthly blue tint. The kind that might or might not, but definitely does glow in the dark. This is 98.7% pure alcohol. Keep it away from an open flame. The Breaking Bad, yeah, it's but with alcohol. Yeah, it's, oh wait, hold on. There's a green thing here. The door's closed today. Time for the kids to sleep. Well, that guy was pretty adamant about not calling Abigail, but I'm gonna call Abigail. And do the whole phone thing. I think I've never done it at night. I wonder if you can do it at night, or I might have to do it the next day. It's a payphone, a metal payphone under a yellow plastic dome. You could use it to call someone, unless you're out of change. Pick up the handset. Let's see. Put 10 cents in, and dial a random number. Calling. Still calling. Inland Empire. This feels wrong. Should you be doing this? End of tone. Someone picks up.
Pierre, is that you, Pierre?
The voice is female and sounds about 100 years old. Reaction speed. Say you're not Pierre. That seems like a better idea. You don't know why. Yes, it's me, Pierre. I might be. What's Pierre like? No, this is not Pierre.
Do you have any news about Pierre?
Who is Pierre?
He's my sister's grandson. He used to visit me as a lad. Fine young man. But who are you then? A salesman of some sort? Modern goods are rubbish, and I can't afford them anyhow. It's a shame what you did to our country.
The woman moans and the phone line howls in unison with her. I'm not a salesman. I was just calling a random number, and you somehow ran with it. Yes, I'm a salesman. What exactly did we do to your country? I don't know who I am, but who are you? No, I'm a police officer.
You ruined it and you sold it to foreigners. You don't own anything if everything is for sale. Give it a thought. Goodbye.
Dial another random number. Let's calling. Still calling. Someone with a masculine voice picks up.
Hello, Gerard speaking.
Conceptualization. Hello, Gerard. Technically speaking, your electricity. Is Alec Tricity there? I need to speak with Alec Tricity. Get it? Electricity. Please, Gerard. What a douche name. Change it. Change your name. Sorry, wrong number.
What are you, like 5?
A woman's voice shouts something in the background, and when Gerard speaks again, his voice is hushed.
Thanks for calling, asshole.
Phone hangs up. Let's dial another random number. Calling. 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 Still calling. Still calling.
Stop calling me, man.
Someone picks up. The voice on the other end is slightly hysterical.
I'll get you your money, alright? I just need till tonight. Let me work.
Who is this? Yes, but a slight change of plans. I want this delivered to the Whirling in Rags in Martinez. We can all be... we can all be a bit kinder to each other, don't you think? Consider your debt paid, my friend. You seem to be in some sort of trouble. Maybe I can help you. I'm a police officer. Yeah, just send it to them.
Hey! You're not Tethys. Screw you, and don't ever call here again. You're fucking with some serious people.
Single cum lets you know that the lieutenant is ready to move now. Another random number. Calling.
I'm tired.
A man answers, fast this time. His voice is hoarse from cigarettes. You hear typing in the background. Hearing. Sounds like he hasn't talked to anyone in quite a while. What are you tired of? I'm tired too. Is there anything I can do to help you? I'm with the police.
Writing. I hate writing so much. But I have to get back to it.
The man disappears with a sigh. You don't hear the customary disconnect tone. The silence in the handset. The machine is still waiting for you to dial a number. Logic. Seems like I did not have time to swallow the coin. This happens sometimes. Interfacing. Lucky you. The call went too fast for the payphone to register. You can still make a new one without paying. 92%. Dial a random number with your eyes closed. +1, white morning. You close your eyes and put your index finger on the rotary dial. Then, pull down on the number, and then move one up and repeat the motion twice. Strange. This is not how you started before. Wait, what did I just do? You dialed 001. That's not the area code of Revachol. It is another destination, on another Isola. Some far-off nation-state. Keep dialing. 41, 44, 47. The rotary dial feels cold from the sea air. Keep dialing. 11, 17, 361. Your fingers keep moving like a spider. Every time the ring rotates back with a little ring of metal, like a bell tolling. There's more? Yes. 451, 67, 451. You're going deeper now, into some unknown place, far away from this island, of matter and its telecommunication network. Finish it. 451. You've dialed God knows how many numbers. The headset has been waiting, silently to relay a signal. Surely nothing can come of this, you think. But it does. A connection. An ultra-long-distance call. Your ear fills with a crackle. The wash of a strange ocean full of white noise. A little bird starts ringing in there. Not like the local call tone before. No. A small ring of a cage of distortion. Far away, a distant network of phones. Calling. Calling in the night. Empathy. The saddest sound in the world. Half-light. Both pitiful and terrifying. You feel your pulse rising with each ring. Calling still. Pain threshold. Ringing by the bedside of a dark but a capacious apartment with long windows. You know this to be true. Endurance. The handset starts slipping from your sweaty palm. Your breath is heavy. Long windows. How do I know that? You just do. And you know it's going to hurt. Kim? The lieutenant is too far away to hear your yelp. The sea wind blows. Volition. 3%. Hang it up. Let it call more. Volition. You can't. Some strange force is keeping the handset glued to your hand. Your ear listening to the ring in the speaker. Calling. 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 Calling still. Then the ocean breaks. Out of the depths, a woman's voice emerges. Small. The dearest thing you've ever heard.
Hello?
She sounds sleepy. Hello? I want to die. Who is this? I am the last faithful kingsman. I will free the city of Revachol. I will turn back the sea. I will reverse time. Your voice is so beautiful.
What?
It takes a second for her to realize what you said. I don't know why I said that. Your voice makes me want to turn to dust. I want to live. With you.
Oh no. Is that you?
Her voice sounds like she's waking up now, still plaintive, tired. Conceptualization. This is too much. You need to recede. A creature is a creature. I wish I was the wind.
Oh no, not this. What time is it?
Hello?
Who is this?
Who's this?
Dora. Who is this? The connection is bad.
Inland Empire. Dora. The name feels like a gift. A gift that was meant for you, to make it possible to live. Physical instrument. And fight. Hearing. In the distorted distance, you hear someone turning next to her. Bed springs rattle. Is someone there? No answer. You're not sure, but you think you hear a man's voice in the background. It's covered in pain and white noise. I am the last faithful kingsman.
You're not a kingsman, Harry. You're drunk.
Harry? How do you know my name? Harry? Who's Harry? Are you sleeping with him? I'm also Harry. I'm not drunk. Okay, I'm drunk. Oh, what does it matter? I'm still me. I'm not drunk. I'm high. I'm not drunk or high, I'm just hurt. Why does it hurt to talk to you? I'm high.
Oh, God.
There's silence. It's heavy as tin. The white noise howls. Hey. Oh, are you there? Say nothing.
Do you know what time it is? It's so late here.
Sounds like she's looking for a clock on the nightstand.
It's 4 o'clock, Harry. I need to wake up in 2 hours.
Do you want to party? I want to talk about me. Who am I? You sound like you know me. Where are you? You sound like you're in another world. Where are you going in 2 hours? I am the law. I'm a detective. I'm doing a case. There's a hanged man. Is someone there with you? Hang up.
What do you want to talk about that we haven't talked about already?
Endurance. Failure. This is bad. You feel your right hand on the handset cramping with pain. Where are
I'm
you?
in my rover, sleeping.
Want a party?
No. I want to go to sleep.
Where are you going?
To work.
Where?
The academy, where I work.
The academy? That sounds better than my job. I'm happy. My job is sad and terrible. It has dead bodies in it. The academy. My job is real. No response, only a sigh. The connection crackles like burning paper. I'm the law. She does not answer anymore. I'm gonna solve it. It doesn't matter. This case doesn't matter. None of it matters. Not anymore. Can you help me solve it? I need to solve it. They won't take me back if I don't.
Harry.
It don't matter. None of this matters.
It don't matter. None of this matters.
Disconnect tone. The machine ran out of money. Shivers. Run. To the church. Home. Anywhere but here. Anything but calling her again. Inland Empire. Life is garbage. Dial it again. You dial the number again. 26 pulls on the rotary dial. The machine eats the coin, and a terrifying ocean of distance rustles in your ear. In the middle of it, a familiar ring, small, distorted. Calling. Calling. Hang up, let it call. Calling. Calling, 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 calling. Empathy. It looks like she does not want to pick it up. Harry, Stop scaring her. Why? Come on. You know why. Still let it ring. Calling, calling.
Harry, please.
A sad voice answers, dressed in distortion. Electrochemistry. Underneath it, as she is naked and warm under the blanket. You're warm. You're naked, aren't you? Beat the handset against the phone. I need answers to my mystery. I need to know who you are. Who are you? Harry, please. I'm going to end this call, damn it. There was someone there before. I heard someone. Who's there with you? You're naked. You're warm. There's a sigh. I need answers.
Please. I'm going to hang up now, okay?
Phone hanging up. Dial it again. You dial the number again. As you've done many times, you remember it well now. Calling. No. Still calling. It's killing me. And calling for who knows how long. But no one answers. You need to insert more money to call again. You want my money? Punch the phone? The cold metal is hard and your knuckles bleed. Electrochemistry. It takes your mind away from that voice, for 1 second at least.
That's enough now, officer.
The lieutenant stands at a distance. You want more money now, huh? You want fucking money? Punch the phone again. Oh hey, I got a trophy. The enemy of the physical realm. Bang up 5 inanimate objects. It didn't give you any fun for that money. Pain threshold. Your hand is swelling up.
Officer, that's enough. Let's return to work.
Yes, that's my morale in the corner. I only have 1. That's why I kept buying all the healing. We will literally, it'll be a game over if your morale or your health drops to 0. Yeah, if his health drops to 0, he has a heart attack and dies. And if the morale drops to 0, he has like a mental breakdown. And the game ends. Let's see, I still have to search the boardwalk for bullets or something. Part of the... What's that? That's the thing that doesn't work. Let's see. Hold on to the spirits and wait for the signal. That'll happen the next day. Well, oh yeah, I had to do that. Can't do that till tomorrow. Dead body on the boardwalk. Oh yeah, call the library. Ruby. Find the heraldic bird. Oh yeah, I still have to do that. Getting the hangman's boots. I can't do that. Turn back the wheels of time. Face yourself. I have to do that at night. Oh yeah, here it is. Check the boardwalk for bullet traces. Well, this is the boardwalk. Let's see. Is there anything I can interact with here? Oh, wait, no, it might be the other... There's another boardwalk, actually, as well. I've been over there, but I didn't see anything else other than the wall thing. Alright. Blood drips from your knuckles to the sand. Drip, drip, drip. Yeah. I had to take so many, so many heal things. Let's see. So I searched the coast there already for the... Alright, let's see. What else can I do? I guess I can go to Ruby now. Where's the entrance to the... I'm guessing they're not here anymore. No, they're not. Oh, there's the entrance. Down there. Okay. Let's see, still nothing... I don't know where the thing is to search the boardwalk. And you can't look at the island. I'll just look up where it is later. I guess I'll confront Ruby now. I'll need the flashlight. Boot prints in the sand. One of the soles appears to be more worn than the other. There's something in the air, an unnatural buzzing. The tunnel is collapsed. You'll have to find another way around. It's getting louder, the buzzing sound. Pain threshold. There it is again. Like a swarm of hornets buzzing under your scalp. Strange tingling you can almost smell. Lieutenant, do you feel something?
No. What do you mean?
A pain, a strange tingling. A ghost. Nothing, it's just my mind playing tricks.
I don't feel it, but we should still be careful. There were footprints back there, and I'm pretty sure they were fresh.
He looks ahead beyond the arch. Hold on, you really don't feel anything? I saw them too, footprints with the right sole worn smooth.
No, but you are the sensitive one. Looks like our suspect. If she's in here, we need to plan our next step carefully.
What do you mean?
Once we detain a credible suspect, who knows what the Union and the Wild Pines will do? We'll set in motion events we have no control over.
Volition, keep calm. Go over the whole situation in detail. We found out Everart's plan to take the harbor. Maybe we tell Joyce about it. How bad do you think things could get?
Well, we are not responsible for what we can't predict, are we? I don't think the entire city will be razed to the ground.
He smiles in the dark. A logic. If you can't predict it, there's nothing you could have done. We found out Everart's plan to take the harbor. Maybe we should tell Joyce.
I leave that to your judgment. You already know what I think about cross-pollinating information like this. It's dangerous, but...
Rhetoric. He just can't be sure. Maybe it will yield something useful. What do you think is waiting for us there?
I think I see a cavern. Maybe more cellars? I think we've been careful enough. We still have the element of surprise.
Savoir-faire. I wouldn't be so sure. You haven't exactly been sneaking.
Or maybe not. Either way, once we go deeper, there will be no turning back.
I don't know if this is the event that sets in motion the other part. Maybe I should do the other stuff first and come back tomorrow. Let's see. Here we go. Here. This is nice and cozy. I can read all of the books and stuff. Let's see. Where's the... Let me make a save. Because this might be the thing that sets in motion the end game. So I guess I'll just clear out all of the side stuff first. Let's see. Oh, here, the interact. Let's see. A board game, Suzerainty. A civilization-building board game where you can choose a nation and set off to colonize and exploit other cultures. A star-shaped note on the box proclaims, the game now includes a complete new genocide option. Suzerainty, the board game. In your hands, you hold a brand new copy of the game Suzerainty. It's snugly wrapped in a skin of plastic. The cover features a charming illustration depicting a mass of grinning laborers loading goods into a ship while a richly dressed administrator oversees their work. Shake the box. The box has a nice heft to it. You hear the rattle of individual wooden tokens and you feel their weight shifting back and forth. Inland Empire, what treasures await in store for you? Remove the plastic wrap. The plastic wrap rips off as easily as the Brodus in the tawdry historical romance. Open the box. There's a hiss as the lid slides off. Inside, you find a thick, full-color rulebook and more than a dozen pouches of various wooden components. Smell. That new board game smell. A mix of wood, paper, and ink. All wrapped in this sweet must of cardboard. Read the rulebook. Welcome to Suzerainty, a game of economic strategy for the whole family. The rulebook is sumptuously illustrated and thick as a Gradian novel. Finally, a proper game to teach Revacholian children about their glorious history. The colorful illustrations depict cheerful workers picking apricots, hauling marble sculptures out of crumbled temples, and harvesting a strange magenta-leafed plant. Everyone is smiling. Keep reading. The instructions are opaque at first, and introduce many concepts that you're not familiar with. Fortunately, there are many diagrams and examples throughout. You soon figure out the basic conceit. Each player represents an administrator for the suzerain of Revachol. Your objective is to increase the suzerain's wealth and renown by accumulating victory points. How do you accumulate victory points? Fuck the suzerain. What about my wealth and renown? That's where the suzerain vassals come in. The game features 4 vassal nations, each one's home to economically important resource. Each turn, the player collects resources from vassals where they've placed workers. They may then rearrange their workers, fulfill contracts for coin and bonuses, or build structures back in Revachol. Oh no, it's Monopoly. If you don't know, Monopoly was actually created as a kind of a joke to shit on capitalism, but it was it became very popular to Americans. Reaction speed. As you leaf through the pages, your eye catches on a sidebar labeled Advice for Beginners. Read the advice. Remember, there are many paths to victory in suzerainty, but successful players will find one strategy and commit to it wholeheartedly. Half-Light. Boring, boring, boring. Tear up this rulebook and commit some old-school atrocities. How is the winner determined? Isn't there a way to invade or commit atrocities or anything fun like that? Suzerainty is a family game, and the only atrocities you'll be committing are against the social standing of your rival administrators, as you bring in ever more resources and power for the suzerain. Speaking of, the actual scoring system appears infinitely complex, with a series of tables and appendixes required to compute each player's final victory point total. You skip that part for now. Examine the components. You open up a number of pouches containing wooden tokens. There are also several punch boards with other cardboard components that will need to be punched out before you can play. Punch out the cardboard pieces one by one. Each cardboard token makes a satisfying as they pop out. Soon, a neat pile of cardboard coins and counters has accumulated before you.
You're not going to offer to let me punch any of them out?
Oh no, check out the wooden tokens. In addition to the workers and building tokens used by each player, there are also several piles of colorful resource tokens, each representing one of the game's 4 principal resources. From the Empire of Safri, orange apricot tokens. From Ilmarat, the ancestral name of Ilmara, gray marble block tokens. From the Seminese Islands, white sacks of sugar tokens. And from Supermundi and Samarazaria, Marazia, I don't know, magenta tokens for unprocessed cocaine leaves.
Oh, those are nice.
The lieutenant picks up a sugar token and admires it. Put the components away. Hey Kim, wanna play? The lieutenant looks over the rule book before he sees something that makes his eyes go wide.
Holy shit. The average playing time for this game is 1 to 6 hours. I'm not sure we can afford to set aside that kind of time for a game.
Let me make a say. No, we're playing the... Well, time is frozen because it's 2 a.m., so it doesn't matter. Convince Kim to play with you. +1 intriguing components. No. What does the lieutenant hate fun? Is he the fun police? Who died and made you the fun police? The lieutenant gives you a sour look. He may or may not hate fun, but either way, he does not appreciate your attitude. Oh, he can do it again. Convince Kim to play with you. +1 persistent. No. Have you tried goading him? You just chickened out because you know I'd crush your ass.
In your dreams, maybe. I've thrashed my share of trash talkers before. Now come on, let's put childish things aside.
Ignore the mock umbrage. Now he wants to prove it to you. 72% really persistent. What is detective work if not an elaborate game? You need logical inference, attention to detail, the ability to analyze your opponent's motives. Come on, it might help us think of a more creative solutions to the case.
I do feel like my thinking has become somewhat rigid. Maybe a little diversion to keep the mind limber is just what's in order.
suggestion. See? He's doing the hard work himself. All he needed was a little nudge.
Alright, you've convinced me. How do we play?
I don't know, let's wing it. I read the rules already, I'll show you. You explain the basic setup procedures to the lieutenant. He seems to be a quick study. You each take your bags and tokens and counters and unfold the board between you. In the center of the crown of Revachol, radiating outward, are the colorful vassals, each one supplying some raw materials desired by the suzerain. Apricots from Safri, archaeological treasures from Ilmarat, sugar from the Semines Islands, and magenta cocaine from Supermundi and Saramirzia. All right there, Knight. You have a good night. Thank you very much for the fan art. I really love it. There's also a neat little log to keep track of your progress, in case you need to put the game away and return to it later. The lieutenant goes first. He draws a contract card and moves several of his workers to the Safri territory of the board and the others to the Semines Islands.
All right, detective. Your turn.
You have a few options available. Available to you. Will you try to fulfill contracts right away or rearrange your workers to maximize production on future turns? Oh, you too, Knight. Have a good night. Reaction speed. Remember what the rulebook said. You'll want to choose a strategy early on and stay committed to it. Try to fulfill a contract. Let your workers rest for a while. Just do whatever Kim did. Let's fulfill a contract. You draw a contract card offering a number of coins in exchange for archaeological treasures. You place all of your workers on the Ilmarat territory. On your next turn, you produce 6 units of archaeological treasure and fulfill the contract for a handful of coins.
Not bad, detective.
Rhetoric. But not good enough, the lieutenant seems to be saying. As he completes his own contract card, the lieutenant is rewarded with 4 coins and a round wooden token that he places in the center of the board.
That's a market. It's worth 2 victory points.
Hey, why don't I get one of those? Kim, can I do my first turnover? I think I messed up. Glower silently.
Don't worry, it was mostly just luck. You'll earn some points soon enough.
Can I redo my turn? I'm not sure what points are. That's part of the problem.
Points are nothing. They don't exist. They're just an arbitrary convention that games use to reward or punish players for certain behaviors.
Who came up with such a concept? Am I getting points right now? Look around. Oh, that makes sense.
There are some paranoid types who believe the moral intern keeps detailed score sheets for everyone in the Real Belt. But that's obviously nonsense.
Oh no, the permanent record.
Otherwise,
the social credit.
There are no points, just your actions and the consequences of those actions.
That's reassuring. That's terrifying.
That's just the way it is.
The lieutenant doesn't seem to find much value in dwelling on the subject.
Now, I believe it's your turn.
Glancing over the board, you see several possible strategies. Pressing more workers into service would increase your economic output and help you survive a possible conflict with the lieutenant. Or you could ignore your labor supply and focus on fulfilling contracts for points and resources. Press more workers into service. Focus on fulfilling contracts. Kim, what should I do? I'm bored with this. Let's finish the game later. What should I do?
That's up to you, detective. But remember, the objective of the game is to earn victory points for the suzerain. You should probably pick one strategy and stick to it. Trying to do a little of everything is usually a bad idea.
But what about the workers? Why don't we say screw the suzerain and keep it all for ourselves?
The workers are just there to produce raw resources. You're not supposed to worry about them too much.
Let's see. Let's focus on fulfilling the contracts. Who cares about the workers and territories when the real action is in Revachol? You spend your turns fulfilling contracts for sweet coins and one-time bonuses. After several turns, you have a neat pile of cardboard coins and several units of archaeological treasure, which you trade in to build a museum. You place a cylindrical piece of wood on the Revachol section in the middle of the board. It's meant to stand in for a beautifully adorned edifice filled with ancient wonders.
Well played, detective. That museum is worth 3 victory points.
And now it's the lieutenant's turn to respond. He moves aggressively into the Safri territory. Soon his workers are producing a steady supply of extremely valuable apricots. Half-Light. How can you let the lieutenant dominate you like that? You need to hit back and hard. Oh no, Kim is doming me. No, that's... Harry is the top, obviously. For several turns, you struggle to respond to the lieutenant's burgeoning apricot empire. Eventually, you relocate the majority of your workers to Supermundi and Sara Marazia, where they begin producing a bumper crop of cocaine tokens. You draw a new contract card. According to the text, there's an aristocrat willing to trade a large supply of cocaine for a number of coins and access to a rare bonus, amplified music, worth 7 victory points. Electrochemistry. Oh yeah, baby, cocaine and rock music go together like cocaine and rock music. You've reached a critical strategic juncture. And how do you respond to the lieutenant's aggression? Rock and roll, baby, go for the contract. Give back to the workers. Attack the lieutenant and steal all his resources. I'm bored with this. Let's go. Let's see. Rock and roll. It takes several turns, but you slowly begin accumulating the cocaine necessary to complete the contract. When you do, it practically rains cardboard coins on your side. Electrochemistry feels good, doesn't it? But you know what would feel even better? Winning the game? Solving the murder? You're going to say drugs, aren't you? Drugs, specifically uppers. You should find some the first chance you get. While you daydream about speed, the lieutenant has built himself a formidable economic engine of his own. The endgame is upon you. How will you spend the vast resources you've acquired for the glory of the suzerain? Flipping through the manual, you find the most expensive structure in the game, the Revacholian Victory Column, worth 12 victory points. If you can successfully build it, victory will be all but assured. Alternatively, you could try launching a trade war to crush the lieutenant's economy, or you could blow all the money on a public education system for your worker tokens. The choice is yours. For almighty Revachol, go for the victory column. It's on, Kim. Launch a trade war. Build a public education system for your workers. I'm bored with this. Okay, that's it. For Revachol. Using the substantial coins and resources you've accumulated from diligently fulfilling contracts and constructing trade routes, you spend the final turns constructing the ultimate structure in the game, the Revacholian Victory Column. With a triumphant flourish, you move a rectangular token from one of the satchels and place it next to your museum cylinder in the center of the board. Behold, my vast accomplishments. This feels strangely anticlimactic.
They are nice tokens, yes. Very impressive. Now, let's tally up the scores, shall we?
Computing the final scores is almost a game unto itself. You each spend an inordinate amount of time making stacks of coins, consulting tables, and struggling with basic addition and multiplication. After double and then triple checking your maths, you have your final score. 35 victory points. The suzerain will be extremely pleased.
I've got 26 points.
The lieutenant looks up from his tabulations. He says, slightly disappointed.
Looks like you won convincingly. Well played, detective. Now let's clean up and get back to work.
You hold the... okay, there. Let's see, I think the other thing will probably take a long time. Let's see, what else we got here? We got the mug. Oh, the communist magazine. The leading intellectual organ of Martinez communism offers a radical Mazovian perspective on a range of contemporary issues. The cover features a stylized portrait of the late King Frizzle, with a pair of white antlers growing out of his head. La Fume, Volume 1, Number 4. The front of this quarterly journal features a large satirical portrait of the late King Frizzle. From the sides of his head, a pair of white antlers spread to the corners of the cover. Why Frizzle? Because Frizzle, I think it says Frizzle, I'll just say Frizzle. Frizzle was incompetent, foolish, and cruel. In short, the embodiment of everything the communards wished to overthrow. It's satire, you see. Flip through the pages and see what catches your eye. To your disappointment, there aren't any full-color pictures to direct your attention. Just column after column of closely set text, interrupted occasionally by little doodles in black and white. Savoir-faire. No advertisements, you notice. So who's funding this radical commentary? After ripping the pages with your thumb several times, you return to the table of contents. The magazine is divided into several sections: international developments, Kunst and culture, and local concerns. Just inside the cover, there's also an editor's note. Read the editor's note. Comrade, as you know, this journal takes its name from Mazov's immortal expression, "Du cristal à la fume." This was his way of describing the way the rigid crystalline structures of capitalist ideology turned to smoke under communism. But like the structure of capitalist ideology, we too are at risk of going à la fume. Unlike many publications which are content to spoon-feed their readers reassuring drivel, La Fume is committed to telling the radical truth, even when the truth may drive away potential subscribers. Savoir-faire. Perhaps they've overestimated the market demand for this kind of commentary. So please, if you value our radical Mazovian perspective on contemporary politics, culture, and international affairs, please consider subscribing today. Yours in struggle, the editors. Whisper, Kim, I think this is a communist magazine. Play it cool, pretend everything is in order.
What do you expect? It was laying around the office of the Debarders Union. They're probably bankrolling the thing.
You flip back to the front of the magazine. The table of contents unfolds before you. I want to catch up on international developments. This section includes a long, tedious critique of the latest round of free trade negotiations between the EPIS nations and the Free State of Semenine. You also skip over the article about heavy fuel oil smuggling along the Messian border. Something about bear wrestling in Samara, book riots in Yugograd. Reaction speed. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Bear wrestling? Flip back to that. Alright, let's see what this bear wrestling is all about. Seems a little too foreign for my taste. It seems to be part of a new public fitness initiative in the People's Republic of Samara, SRV. Devised and promoted by none other than President how the fuck do you say that? Nezhinsky himself. According to this extremely credulous account, Uncle Sport, as he's affectionately known to his people, has recently decreed bear wrestling the national sport of the SRV. Hang on, tell me more about this Uncle Sport. When it says bear wrestling, does that mean two bears are wrestling each other, or... based on the description in this article, he appears to be an extremely competent and democratically elected president. Great, now let's go on to the bear wrestling. It's quite straightforward. A standard match features one man, or in some cases woman, against one bear. 2 competitors, 1 ring, 5 rounds, or until incapacitation. According to the SRV's Ministry of Information, the program has been a tremendous success. Public support stands at 87%. The youth obesity and alcoholism rates are down 12% and 7% respectively. I guess it's hard to fight a bear if you're out of shape. I guess it's hard to fight a bear if you're drunk. That's very much the idea. President Nezhinsky, whatever that guy, has long maintained that a strong body is the best defense against capitalist aggression. Suggestion: in shape, out of shape. You've always preferred to rely on your wits. Kim, do you think that there's any chance our case will take us to the SRV? Good to catch up on foreign affairs. Return to the tape.
The Samaran People's Republic? No, I should expect not. Why do you ask?
I was thinking it might be fun to see a bear fight. I was thinking it might be fun to partake in a bear fight. No, I want to wrestle the bear.
I suppose that would be something to see.
The lieutenant seems amused by the thought of you wrestling a bear. No, Harry is the bear. Alright, what is Kunst and culture? It takes a moment, but gradually it dawns on you that Kunst and culture must mean arts and culture. As you leaf through the section, you come across several reviews of recent radio plays, as well as a brief artist spotlight featuring a local artist identified only as CS. The main feature, though, is a long essay titled Tip Top Tourney, a critical Mazovian perspective. Read the profile of CS. This so-called artist spotlight is really just a brief Q&A, made all the briefer by the subject's evident hostility to her interviewer. Just a moment, what is this Tip Top Tourney? The actual article is surprisingly light on details, but after skimming the page or two, you gather that it has something to do with motor carriage racing. Encyclopedia. If you don't follow it, you only ever hear about the ludicrous sponsorships and obscene death toll. Alright, let's see what these communists have to say about Tip Top. You think that you're setting in for a relaxing recap of the most recent season, maybe sprinkled with some nice anecdotes about a few of the more colorful drivers. Instead, you find yourself skimming a 10,000-word feature about all the politically problematic aspects of Tip Top Tourney. Wait, what's wrong with Tip Top? Where to even start? For one, there's a crass commercialism of its sponsorships, and then there's the practically criminal emphasis on deadly motor crashes. Hang on, who wrote this stuff? Oddly enough, the article has two bylines. Nastib Incladadia Burnell and Exilus Butcher. Conceptualization. There's no way that those names are real. Wait, why aren't they real names? Have you ever met anyone named Exilus? Come on. They're plainly pseudonyms. What's so bad about sponsorships? Under capitalism, the article says every pursuit has its price. Every pleasure, even one as elemental as the joy of racing others around a track, is reduced to an advertising opportunity. Thus, the so-called tourney becomes a competition between increasingly meaningless brand signifiers. Your discount laundry detergent racing against a pack of Astra cigarettes, or even a Frit. Right, but then you get to see them crash. And that, precisely, is what's problematic about it. Were it not for the promise of random spectacular violence, audiences would quickly lose interest. At the end of the day, it's the destruction of these 750,000 real racers that you're really watching for. No, I'm pretty sure I like it for the racing. Wow, you're right, I really am in it just for the violence. You see, one cannot avoid the conclusion that Tip Top Tourney is simply the apotheosis of spectacular entertainment under capitalism. Kim, did you know that Tip Top Tourney is actually an orgastic ritual of capitalistic destruction? I had no idea. Kim, this article says that no one really watches Tip Top Tourney for the races.
I can safely say the thought had never crossed my mind, Detective.
The lieutenant furrows his brow. I wonder what else is really just a metaphor for life under capitalism.
I'm sure most things are, if the young men who wrote this article are to be believed. If I had to wager, I'd say they've never even seen the inside of a motor, much less a motor race. I take whatever they write with a large grain of salt.
You flip back to the front of the magazine, the table of contents unfolds before you. Let's see what they mean by local concerns. Unsurprisingly, much of this section is taken up with articles declaring unqualified sports for the dock workers' strike. Oh, unqualified support for the dock workers' strike. You skim the headlines, paint the harbor red and white. Martinez tames the wild pines. A city in revolt. First, we take Martinez, then we take La Delta. Finally, there's a brief article by the writer G. Martin accusing the owner of the Capeside Apartments of illegally attempting to evict certain communist tenants, simply for not having paid their rent. Damn communists. I should have killed a lot of them when they had the chance. If it wasn't for the wild pines, all those moochers would be out of a job. Charging rent just to live somewhere is pretty outrageous. Wouldn't it be better for everyone if labor and capital could reach some reasonable accommodation? Why should I care? This doesn't have anything to do with me. Damn commies. One of the editorials proclaims that the more forces of reaction attempt to crush the body, the more defiant the spirit of communism becomes. Endurance. Sounds like their bodies just haven't been crushed enough yet. Flip back to the front. Okay. Oh, that was it. Okay. There. I think that's a good spot to end it for tonight. Alrighty. Well, thank you all very much for watching, and have a good night.